In this video we'll learn everything you need to know about Taraweeh prayers in Ramadan in Arabic. So let us start after intro. The word Taraweeh is used to sit at all, and it was named after this, because the worshippers sit to rest in it after every 4 rakahs, and the jurists agreed on the legality of this rest after every 4 rakahs, for its roses from the predecessor, because they used to prolong the standing in Taraweeh prayers, so they would sit for a break, and the Hanafis went that the rule of this break is delegated, and the worshipper should occupy it with silence, or prayer, or praise, or reading the Quran, while the Hanbalis see the permissibility of leaving the break after every 4 rakahs, and it is not sunnah for those who sit down for a break, to supplicate a specific supplication. The jurists agreed that the meeting for Taraweeh prayers is a legitimate matter, for the act of the Prophet, and the act of his companions after him, and the continuation of work on that until the present time, and the majority of jurists went to the fact that Taraweeh prayer in congregation is a definite sunnah, while the Hanafis see it as a sunnah on sufficiency. If everyone left the Taraweeh prayer in congregation, they would have sinned, but if some left it and prayed it at home, then they left a great reward, and if he prayed it in the house in congregation, he did not get the reward as if he prayed it in the mosque. The majority of jurists believe that the time for Taraweeh prayer is after the Isha prayer, and before the Witr prayer, because it is a year of dinner, and its time extends to before dawn, for the companions did, and this was quoted from them, and whoever prays it after sunset and before dinner, it is not part of Taraweeh prayer, and it is in the place of supererogatory prayers, as the Maliki see, and in a narration according to the Hanafis, it is part of the Taraweeh prayer, because its time is all night and its name is Qiyam al-Layl, and its best time is after a third or half of the night according to the Hanafis and Shafis. The best in Taraweeh prayer is to pray 11 rakahs. For the act of the Prophet, it was reported from him that he did not increase in Ramadan, nor in other than that, as Mrs. Aisha described the Prophet's prayer in Ramadan, and she said, "The Messenger of God, may God's prayers and peace be upon him, did not increase in Ramadan or in others more than 11 rakahs. That is permissible, and taking into account the conditions of people, and their ability, and the scholars have unanimously agreed that Taraweeh prayers are not limited to a specific number, except that they differed in the preference of the increase, or not. For the act of Omar and Ali, may God be pleased with them, and he may pray at 36 rakahs, as is well known in the doctrine of Imam Malik. Taraweeh prayer has many virtues, including a reason for forgiveness of sins. For the hadith of the Prophet, may God's prayers and peace be upon him, the Messenger of God, may God's prayers and peace be upon him, was desired to stand up to Ramadan without commanding them with determination, and he says, whoever is up to him. A reason to obtain the reward for praying a night for those who prayed it with the Imam and stayed with him until he left. For the hadith of the Prophet, upon him be blessings and peace, If a man prays with the Imam until he finishes, it will be counted for him as spending the night in prayer. Goodbye. We hope you have enjoyed our Ramadan content. Do not forget to subscribe and follow us.